What up, guys? It's Right On Sports News. Today we're going to be talking about the Indianapolis Colts, and I'm just a huge fan of this team, and a lot of people are writing off the Colts because of recent years with the team, and a lot of that's because Andrew Luck hasn't been there, and now Andrew Luck's finally here, but a lot of people are still writing off. A lot of people just don't think Andrew Luck's going to be good, and really you can think that all you want, but Andrew Luck's going to come back and light everything on fire because Andrew Luck is an extremely good quarterback. If you watched him in practice, the guy hasn't lost a step, and he's making all the throws. I seen a video from practice just a day or two ago of him. It was his final throw of practice. He was rolling out. He went to his left. He saw T.Y. Hilton in the end zone and just all the torque through it. And that took a lot on his arm. 37-yard pass, TD, like it was nothing. He's not massaging his arm. He's not wincing, nothing in practice. The arm is completely fine. And God forbid, after 2 years of resting that arm, I would hope the arm is okay. And so far, early indications is that it's back better than ever. And I love to hear that. And I'm a huge Andrew Luck fan. I've always been. I followed him out of Stanford, one of my favorite quarterbacks. And he's a great person, especially out on the field, and he's one of those rare guys that, I remember one year against the Broncos, Derek Wolfe ended up giving him a sack, and he didn't see him, and he just congratulated him, laughing about it. Andrew Luck's a great guy. He's a fun player to be around. Obviously, I haven't been around him, but I know a lot of players say that he's a fun guy to be around. And I think Andrew Luck is just going to carry the Colts back to the playoffs, back to a potentially Super Bowl team. I mean, we've seen it before Andrew Luck started getting hurt. His rookie season brought him to the playoffs. I believe it was wild card. Then brought him to the conference, or brought him to the divisional, then brought him to the conference championship, and he just couldn't get it done because he cannot seem to beat the Patriots. But that was back when the Patriots were good. Now it's kind of, just Brady. What is he, 41 years old now? I mean, the guy's getting old. Eventually he's going to have to stop. And being that he just has such a horrendous team around him and such a horrible defense, I think potentially now's the time for somebody to dethrone the Patriots. And it could be Andrew Luck and the Colts out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere. And Andrew Luck's one of those quarterbacks that could air it out, throw well over 4,000 yards a year, 30 plus touchdowns, possibly even 40, low amount of interceptions. I mean, when he was kind of hurt, but he was still kind of playing, he threw a lot of interceptions, mainly because he was scared of getting hit so much, so he just started getting rid of it instead of hanging back, waiting. But now he seems to have a much better O-line going into it because they've just been stocking up on that O-line through drafts and free agency, preparing for Andrew Luck to come back because they knew, oh Jesus, this guy comes back, we cannot let him get hit. And of course they always had Anthony Costanzo, just a great left tackle, one of the best in the league, probably top 5 left tackles in the league, or just tackles altogether. Definitely love Anthony Costanzo. He's very good. And then they add that first round talent in Quentin Nelson, and possibly one of the greatest players in this draft. I've seen that he was second on most draft boards. Problem is he was an offensive lineman, so the value wasn't as great as, say, a quarterback or Saquon Barkley. Obviously the value wasn't there, but he's a great player, and I know he's going to come into this league. He's the closest thing to a sure thing as you're ever going to get coming out of college football. He's going to be extremely good. And then they have the veteran in Matt Slauson over at right guard. Guard positions are locked up. Definitely that left side of the line is left side of the line that's extremely good. It's going to be easier for running backs, for Indianapolis running backs, and with Andrew Luck just coming back, you're definitely going to want a very good running attack. And they got that dinosaur out of there, Frank Gore. A lot of respect for Frank Gore, but God forbid, the guy was getting extremely old and slowing down in a hurry. You needed other people, and they got Marlon Mack. They got Nyheim Hines out of the draft, could do something. They got Jordan Wilkins, Christian Michael still there. I believe Robert Turbin's still there too. So they got some players, and I believe Marlon Mack's going to win the role. But really, with that offensive line, it's definitely going to help out those running backs to where they don't have to do all the work all the time. Definitely going to help out. Andrew Luck's not going to get hit a lot. So definitely that does help with a good offensive line. Now you look at that defense, and they've been doing some work. They've been doing some work. Is it quite there yet? No. Obviously, it's nowhere near a Jacksonville defense or a Los Angeles Rams defense, but it's got some pieces. You got young secondary players, and with Quincy Nelson, they got Malik Hooker. Quincy Wilson. I believe that's what I said, not Quincy Nelson. I don't know, whatever I said, it's Quincy Wilson out of Florida, one of my favorite players. Guy's very good. Just, they have good guys in the secondary. You can look at, really, if you want to look at defensive line, you got Tyquan Lewis, their rookie that they just drafted. Of course, they got Jabal Sheard. Good pass rushers. They can get after the quarterback. They got a whole bunch of other guys that aren't exactly proven yet. But, you know what? If they all come together, good defensive scheme, it might work out. It just might work out. I think it would be a very good up-and-coming defense to look out for. Now, if you want to transform, I forgot to bring up the wide receivers. Of course, you always have T.Y. Hilton, who's a great wide receiver, and you give him a quarterback, and he's going to perform at an extremely high level. And of course, you also added Ryan Grant this offseason, who's been doing very well in training camp. So look out for Ryan Grant. And of course, Jack Doyle, who I don't believe has gotten a lot of playing time with Andrew Luck. So it's going to be interesting to see how Jack Doyle is a very good tight end, very good receiving tight end to play with Andrew Luck, because we all know that Andrew Luck loves his tight ends. Just loves them. Now, if we want to go and look at this schedule and see why everybody's writing them off, they must have a hard schedule, but let's look at it. So week 1, they're at home against the Bengals. The Bengals aren't scaring anybody this year. Really, the Red Rifle, J.J. Watt said it best. The Red Rifle, more like the Red Rider. Just, Andy Dalton's not a good quarterback. It's no secret, that it's not headlining of the tabloids. It's not breaking news. Andy Dalton's not good. We know. So that's a win right there. Then you're at Washington. I don't think Washington's a great team this year, especially with Alex Smith, an aging quarterback. Not a whole ton of players around on that team. That's another win. Week 3, and this is an interesting one because it's at Philadelphia. Philly doesn't lose at home. It just hasn't happened. Now, whether or not Carson Wentz is going to play, I don't know. I really don't. Should he play? No. And I'm going to make another video on Carson Wentz very soon, but wow, don't rush the guy back. If we've learned anything, absolutely anything at all from RG3's injury, and doctors said it was a mirror image, don't rush Wentz out. Getting off topic here, but if Wentz doesn't play, I can very easily see the Colts winning this with Nick Foles at quarterback, the guy blows. I can see the Colts easily taking that one, but for right now I have them at a loss because maybe Wentz will play. You never know. Houston at home. Indianapolis home for that one. I'm going to give them a win. That's going to be a tough one. So right now we're at 3-1. Week 5, we're going into New England. Do I need to even say anything? No, the Colts will not be able to beat the Pats in New England in the regular season just yet, especially early in the season. We're still trying to figure out Andrew Luck. No, I don't think that Andrew Luck will beat the Pats just yet. Week 6, we're at the Jets. All right, Jets aren't scaring nobody. That's a win. Week 7, home against the Bills. Rookie quarterback Josh Allen might be starting by then. We never know. It could still be A.J. McCarron. If it's A.J. McCarron, we definitely know the Colts are going to win. But we'll see. I still have them down, marked down as a win. Week 8, at the Raiders. The Raiders are going to be an interesting team to watch this year. Definitely going to be interesting. New head coach, Derek Carr. They added Jordy Nelson to already Amari Cooper. Martavis Bryant's out of that team. Can he lay off the pot? We don't know. You know what? I'm going to give the Colts a loss in that one. I'm going to give them a loss. Week 9's the bye. Week 9 is the bye. So already going into Week 8, I have them at a 5-3 record. It's decent going into the bye. Now let's see, coming off the bye, Week 10, you're home against the Jags. They're not beating that Jags defense, I hate to tell you. I don't think they're beating the Jags defense. Maybe if Blake Bortles throws 3 picks, Colts might win. But I'm giving them a loss Week 10. Week 11, they're home against Tennessee. They'll win that one. Week 12, home against the Dolphins. They'll win that one because the Dolphins don't have Jay Cutler anymore. So automatically, the Dolphins are out of Super Bowl contention without Jay Cutler. Week 13, you're at the Jags. Especially if you're not going to beat the Jags at home, you're not going to beat them on the road. So I'm going to give them a loss there. Week 14, you're at the Texans. Giving them a loss there. That is all contingent on if Deshaun Watson plays the same. If he plays the same as he did last year, yeah, the Colts won't win. The Colts won't win. Because definitely on the road against the Texans, not going to happen. Week 15 against the Boys. They'll win that one. The Boys aren't scaring nobody. They're a trash team. They're probably going to finish 5-11, 4-12, around there. Week 16, they have the Giants at home. They'll win. Then the Giants, what do you got? Saquon, Odell. I mean, maybe the Giants have a chance, but for right now, I have the Colts to win. Week 17, this is going to be the game breaker at the Titans. I'm going to give them a win. Let them finish off 10-6. Just barely squeak in with a wild card berth. Hell, Week 3 against those Eagles, maybe even 11-5. You know what? The Colts are going to be very good this year. You look at that team, and especially with Andrew Luck back. That's their whole team. That's all they need. That's all they've ever had, really, in recent success, and they've done very good. Andrew Luck is going to carry this team back to the playoffs, back to Super Bowl contention. Andrew Luck is back. He's back. Watch out for those Indianapolis Colts. They're going to be great again. Great again. Love the Colts. Love Andrew Luck. I wish them the best this year. But that's it for this video. If you liked it, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to leave a comment down below, I'd love to hear it. You know, if you disagree with me or you agree with me, or if I left out something, you just want to put it down in the comments, please. I always read them. I love responding to them too. It's always great. Always remember, right on, brother. And we'll see you.